Good evening, YouTube. It's your man George Page coming to you live on YouTube. Well, it's official. I found out from my from a source, my sister Tay Tay Brown, and we were on tonight doing a little session with the coach, and she mentioned that Cat Zingano has been signed to a multi-fight deal with Bellator. And this is a good thing for Cat, as you know. She's been on a bit of a slide after her loss against Ronda Rousey a few years ago. She had a couple of back-to-back losses um, with Juliana Pena and Katie Vera. She did win her last. She did win a fight with Marion Renault, but then her last fight on the UFC for roster, she lost to Megan Anderson due to doctor stoppage. When Negan threw a head kick at her, she cut across the eye, and because of that, the doctor decided she cannot fight because it was a very severe cut. But she was dropped from UFC because they offered her a fight, but Kat had some other engagements, and she decided to pass up the fight, and because of that, the UFC dropped her. Now that's some kind of bullshit. Now you got fighters like Paige Van Zandt and Holly Holmes, who's on a pretty much a losing streak, but they still on the roster for UFC. But Cat Zingano, who's been a pretty much a stellar fighter who has dominant wins over fighters such as Misha Cupcake Hate Tate, as you like to call her, and the Lioness Queen, Amanda Nunes. You know, many people was hoping that maybe Nunes Zingano 2 will happen, but you know that's another rematch that's not going to happen because of the UFC. Same thing with Cyborg and Nunes. And with this deal with Bellator, she's going to be fighting in 145 division, which is kind of good because there's always been talk of her and Cyborg going at it. It might be a possible, maybe a future Cyborg versus Zingano title fight. As you know, in January, Cyborg will be facing the current champion at Bellator, Julia Budd, for the 145 women's title. And this is good for Kat, as you know, she has been had a great, as you know, was before after her loss to Ronda Rousey under a 14-minute submission, 14 seconds in the first round of her championship fight with Rousey. Zagano had a good slide. She lost to Juliana Pena within a few months after that, and then she took some time off. As you know, her husband had committed suicide, and she decided to take some personal time. And then she came back last year, and fought Kate Vieira, and she lost to Vieira, and then she fought Marion Renault after that, and then her next fight, after Renault was with Megan Anderson. Now, Kat's doing some kind of, I think it's a documentary or something, especially about her and about fighters, and that's the reason why she turned down the fight that was offered to by the UFC. Now, Kat has mentioned that she has some issues with, PTSD and some little bit of maybe some concussion issues. As you know, a lot of fighters, if you fight for a long amount of time, it really jars and messes up your brain. And some people believe that some of the issues stem from her fight with Amanda Nunes. Even though she beat Nunes, she still had I've seen that fight, and she still had a time with her. And Nunes is a hard hitter. I mean, you got Cyborg, you ask several other fighters in the UFC that she really hits hard. And as you know, Nunes has a fight coming up with GDR, Jermaine Duranami. And some feel like this might go either way. And I think some people are ready to see Nunes topple. Originally, some people I want to see a Cyborg take her ass, but we know that's not going to happen. But congratulations to Kat. I mean, going to Bellator is a good chance. It's a good opportunity. 145 division over there is strong. And maybe if they want to, they can still create a 135 division because Bellator is trying to create a 135 division. The thing with Bellator is that if it can get more, fresh blood in there, and especially with the women's division and the men's division, as you know, generally there's a last week they had that fight between Frank Mir and Big Country Roy Nelson, and those guys are kind of like, they might well say just go ahead and hit full retirement. But someone like Kat is is very popular. She's a very attractive lady, if you notice, and I think she'll bring a very like with Cyborg, she'll bring a fan base, and a lot of the former UFC fighters, a lot of the fans will follow them. And with also with Cat, she don't have to be constrained to the Reebok deal, with which you have to wear what they wear. You can wear what the outfits they wear. I've seen pictures of Cat in her old outfits before the UFC got the Reebok contract, and Cat's pretty amazing. I think I'm not all about like white women, but Cat is I ain't gonna lie, she's very attractive, and she's very well naturally endowed. Not that many women in UFC there are, but Cat is one of them. But this is a good thing for her, and and this is where probably she makes some money. And then also, Bellator is more open for fighters to do other things between fights, and that's a good thing also. Because with the UFC, you have to fight, and then sometimes even though when you're doing good, they won't give you fights. But this might be a good opportunity, and maybe even like I said, a future um, title fight between her and Cyborg, or even her and Julia Budd. But congratulations, Cat, into your new home with Bellator, and good looking out to Scott Coker. He's the man. He's a better promoter and boss than old Whisker Biscuit evil Mr. Clean Dana White. It's your man Joe's Page. Like, subscribe. Don't subscribe. I'm out.